Well, how'd you like to get an extra $1,000 to spend on Christmas? Actually, I just want to first thank everybody who applied to our monthly grant that we closed at midnight tonight. And we started another one this morning that will be on until you can apply until December, December 4th. We started this on the 4th of July. So that's why we're on the 4th. Every month we go out $20,000. And 10 people get 1,000, about 20 people get $500 each. I mean, it's not big money, but apparently it helps a lot of people. And this is what we're doing with the profits of our group. Which costs $20 to join. So the grant is only for members, so to give them the money back for members. But don't forget, as a member, what I really try to do is show everybody in America the kinds of help that's already available in grants and free services, for living your life. I mean, and especially now, the government is giving out so much money, more money than ever before. I've been following this stuff for 40 or 50 years. And now it usually was like an average of $23,000 per family. I think this year is going to double that, because of all these stimulus packages. But it comes out every year. And the rich people take advantage of this. And that's why, and I started learning about this, was really helping Fortune 500 companies and millionaires find this stuff out, because they pay me thousands of dollars to do it. Now I figured out a way to do it for $20 and get even better help, because the help now we have in the group is people helping each other. So it's more than just me. And, what I've learned in 20 years and 30 years or 40 years, man, I'm 78 years old. And I started this thing probably in my late 30s or so, or early 30s. So I've been at it for a while, but it's the people who are out there applying every day and looking for things are really the core behind this group, because they're the one that share the information. They're the one that help everybody else, because they could relate better than you. Me, I'm this yuppie or whatever you call me, in Washington, D.C., and it's not the real world. But that's what I see, is things that are here in Washington, and also all governments are so valuable to the rest of the country that does not know about it, does not realize it, because it's difficult. It's not easy, and it's layered for over hundreds of years probably of all these programs. So my mission for the end of my life really is to try to unravel this bucket of worms to make sure the average person who pays for them. I mean, don't forget, we hear like taxes. Somebody making 50 grand or something like that, or 40 grand, is paying a lot more taxes than somebody who's a billionaire. That's not in dollar amounts, but in percentage. So that's what I mean. It's supported by all these people out there that are paying their taxes in regular jobs, and the fat cats figure out ways not to support it. I guess because they don't need it, and the people who need it, are paying a bigger share of this. I mean, that's a biased point of view, and that's just my instinct from looking at this stuff for so much. But so whether you use me or not, remember, these programs are there to do anything in life. I mean, you have debt, you have expenses you can't get through. You want to get an education or train for a better job. You want to buy a house, fix up a house, start a business, work at home. All these kinds of things, or healthcare, legal help, all these things that are so important in our life. Really, the government has programs, and it's not a single place, whatever. It's all over. It's federal, it's state, it's local, it's county. Nonprofit organizations pick up a bit of this thing. So it's really, and it's mostly at the local level. It doesn't, where you apply for this federal money is usually not in the federal government. It's local organizations, local offices that change every day. And what also changes every day is applications, it's requirements. Now they're trying to give out more money than they ever had before, because they have to change the requirements and make it easier, because they can't give it all out. Now, doesn't that sound ridiculous? But that's reality, what's going on out there. So whether it's business money or money for rent, that they put trillions of dollars into, or close to a trillion, I guess, they have trouble getting it out to people who need it. So they have to change the rules on applying. So that's why why if you applied once before, you apply again. And you can't, that's like anything. If you're trying to date this pretty girl in high school and they say no, you try again. And actually, now the SBA did a video a little while ago, yesterday, I guess it was, that the SBA is asking you, if we said no, come back and try it again. See, that's that cheerleader saying, "Yeah, I just had to be show off or something to say no. Try again." And that's what the government is. They're like stuck up cheerleaders now. So try again. And it's not only one place. So if one place says they don't have a grant for this, you got to try other places, man. There's dozens of places, and that's the important part. So if you're a member, don't forget to start applying now for the next one. If you're not a member, want to figure that out, one is go to letsgohelp.com. That's a join. See, we have two places to join, and when you join one, you get both. So you have access to both websites that have all the people on it and all the reports and everything. So it's letsgohelp.com, and the other one is letsgohelp2.co. Okay, and that's the other one, letsgohelp2.co. And if you don't want to join and you just want the sources, we have a special website. It's only $5.95. So you pick out your state, and we just send you the sources for $5.95 for anything you want to do, starting a business, getting out of debt, housing, education, job training, healthcare, legal help. All these are free for every state. I mean, I've spent years and years compiling this and plan to keep it up. Again, as I say, at least the rest of my life. And if somebody wants to keep doing this, that's great. But I want to use this knowledge to get as much people out there to realize there are friendly places. There is help. It takes work. This may not be but it may be easy, but be prepared for the worst, because then you have nowhere to go but up. And you have to roll up your sleeves. And it's more than just the internet. Stay away from Google because they're just selling you something. Use your phone as much as possible. That's how to get stuff out of the government. And just don't search Google that you need a grant. That's death. All you're going to do is wind up giving somebody money who, I assume they're not as good as I am, but that's a selfish thing to say. I can't find anybody to study this as long as I have, or has as many credentials as I have in this. 2 New York Times bestsellers. I did syndicated columns from New York Times, Good Housekeeping Magazine, Chicago Tribune, and it's been this work forever. I've helped millionaires and people, homeless people, the same. It's for everybody. It doesn't matter what age, what income, what background you are. It doesn't seem that way, I'm sure, when you're going out trying to get it, but it's theoretically true. Life isn't like we wish it was all the time. So that's why you have to put up with it and just keep going.